in store between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. For the right to head down to New Orleans for Super Bowl 58, it's NFC Championship time. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Set, ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now ETN to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. In motion, Hill. Second and 11. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, that was his first target of the game, and it's going to take at least one more target to get him on the board. Took a nice substantial hit to jar that catch loose from him. Incomplete pass.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Now back to throw. Man open, it's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They'll try and throw for it here. They're going deep for Hill. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Nobody ever wants the interception on the opening drive to happen, but when it happens in the playoffs, it feels like it's a bigger deal. What a rough start.
And how about these visitors? The defense just went right on the field and seized momentum. You know, almost like they're saying, okay, no one expects us to win this one. Let's go ahead and give them a shock early. Took the ball from the home team and put them in the hole.
Because this crowd, one of the best in the league, especially this time of year, it's going to be tough to take them out of it, but that's a heck of a start. The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. A little jet sweep to start the drive. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Here we go, start. Hey, check out, street.
From just shy of midfield, Willis, and that's incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. first carry for Derrick Henry. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Derrick Henry, 51 yards. And the Bears have struck first in this NFC title game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
Vikings, nothing.
The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, I came into this game eager to see how they would hold up in man coverage. And on that play, they held up quite well.
Here we go.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
52 blaster. Black shot. Blaster. Stick. Ready.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, red. You, yellow. Black, red. Set up.
They're going to look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
Ready. Mega. Black Ultra.
Oh, looked like they got someone to jump there. And if that's the case, this will be a first down. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are on defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
A lack of discipline defensively on 4th down, and now that leads to a 1st and 10.
Steal. Check steal.
They'll try the left side with ETN. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Down. Set.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was not a real confident throw right there, and he's just 2 of 7 to start the game. Now he's going to have to find a groove with a big third down coming up. Let's see if his confidence can increase.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Right. 97.
Etienne once more. And he's going to take this down close to a first down at about the Bears' 22. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He is going to find Hill here. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And this is good for a first down, his 2nd grab of this NFC Championship bout.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, go steal. Strike. Strike. Ready?
A give running right, Etienne. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. A give to Etienne running right. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the first down.
A gain of 12 yards.
They'll set up a throw. Got an open man. It's Olave. And the Vikings are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And they'll run with Etienne. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal.
Smith, red.
In motion left, the tight end. One more time with Etienne. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
With the score, Bears 7, Vikings nothing.
Here we go.
3rd and goal here. A big play brewing in this NFC title game.
Hey, check mega. Strike. Check strike. Zone red.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Ball at the 6, 3rd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Travis Etienne. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25. Austin not going to try and return it. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On the double.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
On 3rd down, Henry. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Fourth down, Willis. That's to his running back, complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2nd and 7 with our score tied at 7. But they're planning to change that soon. Only question, will they get 3 or 6 out of it? And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Olave holds it in. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Down. Right. Green back. Drill green. Go green. Right blue.
They'll drop to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Once more ETN. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Tyler Conklin, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Austin elects to bring this out of the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
At their own 18-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Willis takes a hit and the ball is free. And this belongs to the Vikings. Maybe some indecision there on what looked to be an RPO. He wound up keeping it, but that defense right on him to strip it away.
And typically when we see that type of indecision on an RPO, that means it's well defended. He had nowhere to go with it, and that allowed the defense to get to him and not get free and make it a turnover.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now this time he'll look to throw. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. And the Bears are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Well, this is caught by Williams. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Inside handoff, Henry. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Jack Fox out to punt here on 4th down.
Back deep is Tyreek Hill. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Okay, right?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your...
Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Jair Elam makes a pick, and the Bears are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10.
Willis will look to throw it.
It's Williams on the catch. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Willis.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down.
3rd down, it's Willis.
A hit as he throws there, incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to let it go again. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway in the NFC Championship game. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they have work to do in the second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic, and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Willis. He's able to find Melton. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. His first catch in this NFC Championship game, and it's a first down. Now Willis on 1st and 10. His throw incomplete.
Well, certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now Willis to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. It appears they're going to come up empty on this first drive of the second half, still down by that slim margin.
Yeah, and that's okay. You know, when you sit and analyze it, they're not happy about what happened, having to go to the bench. But this gives them a chance to let their defense do some work, while they on the sidelines go over what they're doing offensively and formulate a proper plan.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again from their own end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. Now, Charles, you can just see the frustration on the sideline. Safe to say that's not how they expected this series to go. The ball only went one way, and it was backward into their own end zone, courtesy of the pick six.
And, Brandon, how often do we hear offenses tell us before a game they want to end every series with a kick, right? A punt, a PAT, or a field goal. In case of a defense, they want to end with a punt or a takeaway. And we saw the takeaway right there, and it turned out to be a takeaway that turned into 6 points.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From the 6. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And a very solid return out across the 45-yard line before going out of bounds.
That strong return has set them up nicely for this drive. And we all know the next score is going to have a major impact on this game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Pushes him over. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
10 cycles.
A loss of 9 brings up 4th down.
Drill 52.
They're going to try and throw.
He completes it to Olave. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Straight ahead, ETN.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready?
They'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Ready?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now back to throw. Under pressure, they got him again.
Let's go now.
A 6-yard loss. It's 4th down.
Hey,
In motion, Hill.
ready?
They're going to look to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And this defense will take over right at midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
Off the option, here's Henry.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
62 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Henry. Room here to run. Touchdown, Chicago. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 8.
Bears 21, Vikings 13.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
On the double.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on 4th, didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone Fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around.
Ready?
We're in the third quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
Crack open.
Looking to throw. Olave over the middle. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Check steal. Steal. Check steal.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get this off to ETN. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's ETN. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed.
He's brought down at the 31. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Slide through. Steal. Ready.
They'll try and throw for it here. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Here we go.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check out. Street.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
16 yards. 1st down, Bears.
1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Willis headed left off the option. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Malik Willis, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are closing in on a Super Bowl berth now as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And the lead is up to 15 now.
Good. Makes the score Bears 28, Vikings 13.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
They're on 27-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but
Obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Here's 2nd and 8. They're going deep for Hill. And he's got it inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Desmond Ridder, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are able to cut into that deficit. So this now a 9-point difference. You figure the book here says kick the extra point, make it a 1-score game.
Now, you and I have seen coaches get overly aggressive in this spot, but I agree with you. Kick it here and get back within a score.
Now they send the tight end in motion left. They'll try and run it here. And he'll get in as they're back within a score now. The lead's down to 7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the 4th quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll run it again with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that, with a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter. This possession, gigantic. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run with ETN. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is caught. Touchdown. Chris Olave. 48 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't
get the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And this one likely on the short list for Game of the Year candidates. And boy, did it come in a good one here in the playoffs. All tied in the fourth with a berth to the Super Bowl on the line. Buckle up, everybody.
Let's go now.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Ready.
2nd down, here's Willis. Being chased out left. This pass complete to Melton.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. This will go to Henry out wide. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Here we go. Set. Ryan.
A first down carry for Henry. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. Running from the gun with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing and run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After the penalty, it's Henry. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the fourth.
I don't know how many more of these my heart can take, my man. I just don't know. Another big touchdown late in the game. They look like they're in control, but still, there's a chance. Block the extra point, go down and score, kick the extra point themselves. They can pull this one out.
Yeah, but also on the sideline that just took the lead, you got to get your defense ready in the special teams unit for the kickoff coming up.
Yeah, you're exactly right. Got to pull everyone together, make sure they're still focused and aren't already celebrating a win.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
Ready.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. He's back to throw.
He's got Pickens, complete.
And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Down. Black up. Pressure. Snap.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is going to be incomplete. Oh, they got the tip they were looking for but couldn't secure it. And this one's over. And they get to hoist the Hallis Trophy. Unbelievable victory. Moving on to the Super Bowl.
I only hope that these players understand exactly who is behind that trophy. George S. Hallis, one of the creators of this great game of football of ours and creator of the NFL. What an amazing feeling and an amazing accomplishment.